Hello dear student, I welcome you all in the second part of video. Student, in the first part of video we have discussed the first two stanzas of the poem, and in the second part of video today I will provide you the word to word explanation of remaining three stanzas of the poem. Poem number 3, A Tiger in the Zoo. Student, I would like to request you all to please open your book and read the poem along with me. So student, are you ready with your book? Shall we start? So student, now I am going to start explaining the third stanza of the poem. Please pay attention. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. So student, here in this stanza, at first I would like to explain you the word meaning. Okay, so snarling, in the first line of this stanza, snarling means to make angry warning sound. Age, in the second line you may find age means border. Okay, in the third line of stanza you will see you have the word barring. Okay, barring means to expose, exposing, or to show. Okay, showing. The next word is fangs. Fangs means sharp canine tooth. Okay, of tiger. That is called fangs. Claws. Claws means talon. टैलन इट मीन्स जिसे हम पंजे बोलते हैं शेर के पंजे, टाइगर के पंजे, दैट इज कॉल्ड टैलन. ओके, क्लॉज. Now I am going to explain the stanza. Okay, so here in this stanza the poet imagines the tiger's ferocious form when he lives in his natural surrounding, when he lives in jungle in his natural habitat. Okay, so in the first line the poet says he should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge. It means here in these lines the poet says the poet says the tiger should be in his natural surrounding. Okay, he should be in jungle, in his natural habitat, and as per his original personality he should roam around the human settlement near the outskirt of the forest, near the border of the forest. Okay, and he should make angry sound, he should roar in order to warn the villagers that he is coming. Okay, and in the last two lines of the stanza he says baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Here in these lines the poet says the tiger, okay, the tiger should not be locked. Okay, he should not be in such a poor condition. He should be as per his natural behavior. Okay, he should scare the inhabitants of the village, okay, by roaring, by showing his white sharp canines and his claws, his claws. While moving here and there, he should terrorize the villagers by showing his fangs, his claws. Okay, by roaming here and there, and he should be the cause of terror for the village. Here the poet is saying the tiger should be a cause of terror for the villagers. Okay, and in the here in this stanza the poet gives us a hint or warning that if we destroy the natural habitat or his natural way of life, tiger's natural way of life, so the tiger also have the power to destroy us, okay, and terrorize us. Okay, and now I would like to start the fourth stanza of the poem. But he is locked in a concrete safe, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Here concrete cell means prison made up of concrete. You know very well concrete is a building material. Okay, I don't think there is need to describe you the concrete. Okay, concrete is a building material. Okay, mortar, brick. Okay, the material which we use to build a building, that is called concrete. Okay, so here the but here the poet is saying, in the stanza the poet is saying, but he is locked in a concrete cell, he is trained behind bars. It means in these lines he says, the poet stopped imagining the tiger's alternate life. In the last stanza, he was imagining the alternate life, okay, for the tiger. But now he stops to imagine the alternate life for the tiger. It means his life in the natural habitat. He stops to imagine the natural life of tiger. Okay, and now in this stanza he returns to its real one, where he is locked in a cell. Okay, now in this stanza the poet returns to explain his life, the real one life, where he is locked in a cell, where the tiger is locked in a cell. The poet says that he could see that the tiger is caged and in a small concrete cell in the zoo, like a prisoner. Okay, so here the poet says, the tiger, he could see the tiger, the ferocious creature, is caged in a small concrete cell. Okay, in the zoo, like a prisoner. Okay, like a prisoner, the creature, the ferocious creature, is locked in a jail. In spite of all his strength, okay, in spite of all his strength, it now lies imprisoned behind the bars. Okay, it lies helplessly imprisoned behind the bars. Then he says, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Here in these lines, the poet says the tiger pays no attention, okay, to the visitors who comes to see him every day at the zoo. And instead of this, the tiger roams up and down along the length of the cage. Okay, and without any disturbance in the form of human interval. Okay, he do not disturb the visitors, he do not disturb the human intervate. And perhaps the tiger ignores the visitors because here he is helpless and he can't show them his natural strength. That is why the poet is saying here the tiger is ignoring the visitors. Okay, and because he is not able to show them his natural strength. Okay, then in the last stanza, the poet says, he hears the last voice at night, the patrolling car, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. In these stanza, the poet describes about the daily routine of the tiger. Okay, he says, in this line he says, in the first two line of the stanza, the poet says he hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars. In these lines the poet says that tiger hears the last voice of the patrolling cars. It means here he mean to say that the tiger does not rest during the day because of the visitors, and even at night also it stay awake till the patrolling car's last voice of zookeeper, the last voice of patrolling car or the zookeeper's voice. Okay, and then he says, in the last two line he says, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Okay, here in these lines, the poet says he does not go to sleep at night. All night he remains disturbed due to the noise of patrolling car. All night he just keeps staring at the brilliant star with his brilliant eyes. Perhaps he is asking heaven. Here the poet mean to say that perhaps he is asking heaven why he has been imprisoned there in the concrete sea. And here in the last stanza of the poem, the poet shows that the tiger lives in the zoo in a very pathetic condition. He is in very poor condition in the zoo. So student, thank you. Um, I will provide you the summary of the poem also. Okay, tomorrow I will provide the summary of the poem also. Thank you. Have a nice day.